You already know what it is. It's another installment of The Basement with the Hittas. I am your boy, DJ Keith Product.
I am your girl, Nikki Lynn.
I am Stacy.
And we have Breck McGee here.
Breck McGee is
but
in the
he's,
building.
you know, he's here.
I'm here. My bad.
And,
My bad, y'all. My bad.
and we also have a special guest in the building. He's been here before. He's blessing us one more time.
2 times. XAVIER 2 times. So I'm twice as great. I'm in the building. UndergroundHittas.
Hey.
He came twice. So that means a lot.
Oh, yeah. Right,
That's
man.
very rare for people to be able to come twice
Oh.
to UndergroundHittas.
Look, we gonna behave ourselves tonight.
No, we're not.
It's 7:30.
Yeah, but Xavier's been here a couple of times, so we're gonna go ahead and get it started. Oh, but I'll let you do your boring stuff first. You want to do your boring stuff first?
Yeah, come on, bore us.
Because you do the boring stuff, so you want to do the boring stuff first?
Listen, go ahead and download that free Hittas radio app for both iPhone and Android. You can listen to us live as we get cracking on a daily and weekly basis. We got a special guest in the building.
We already did all that.
We already did it?
You weren't paying attention.
No.
Hey,
Look,
so-
I'm doing a million and one things.
So Xavier, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
It's good to see you back in the building. My first time seeing you, but it's all good. So for the people who don't know, tell us where you're from, how long you've been doing music.
I'm from Joliet, Illinois. The east side, to be exact. I was born in Chicago Heights. I moved around a lot as a kid, but I've been doing music since 4th grade, so 2004. I've been writing a lot, just listening. I never really came out with music up until September 30th of 2020. It was my first project, and everything been going up since, honestly. At times it has its slow moments, but at other times it's like I feel like a press run doing all these interviews. And then at one point every week I was performing and stuff somewhere. It didn't matter if it was north side of Chicago, out here in Indiana, all the way in Joliet. Like I performed all over. Peoria recently, Milwaukee recently.
So, being in 4th grade, how were you introduced to music so early?
My mom, my uncle really when it comes to hip hop and rap. My mom, Saturday mornings in the black household is clean up day.
Yep.
So Martin Gaye, Michael Jackson, Prince, Janet Jackson, Sade, Phil Collins, you name it, I done heard everybody.
She listens to the radio, right?
Yeah, I listened to the radio as a kid. You know what I'm saying? I was in tune with like the Britney Spears movement and NSYNC and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff.
You coaching.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? I listen to music though. Like it don't matter who it is or where it's from. If it's good music, I listen to it. And I think that's one thing that I think I got over a lot of people is musically inclined. Yeah, to me.
That actually gets you further. Just the hard road.
Like,
because of
y'all hear it on some of these tracks. Some of the tracks that I sent y'all is out of experimental phase, but it's working. So, 10 years ago, you can tell me what I'm doing now.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay. Man, so what since the last time we interviewed you on UndergroundHittas, what has happened with the career? Like how have you progressed?
My song Poison, the R&B song I played for y'all. The first time that's been on the radio, it's still on the radio. Power 92, WCCI 104. What else? Yeah, I've been doing a lot more shows, a lot more features. People been asking me, coming to me, putting me on, venues and stuff like that, trying to get me in cars and stuff like that. So really, it's just really been a whole lot of promo that's been going on. Like honestly, because I dropped a single after Poison, but people still stuck in Poison. Like now it goes like sometimes I go to these shows and I choose not to perform it on purpose, and they still make me perform it.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when I do choose to perform it, they make me do it again. So
How does it feel knowing that one of your songs made it to like the radio, not just one station?
it feels
but
good.
multiple?
It feels good. It feels real good. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like as an artist, even with how everything is today, as far as like streaming and stuff like that, I feel like as an artist, your goal to hear your voice coming through the car speakers or wherever you at. But it's a radio station playing your song, I feel like that's a goal that every artist in life, no matter what genre you do, is to get on the radio at least one point in your life. So, when it came through, I ain't gonna lie, when it first hit the radio, for the longest, I think like 2 weeks, I haven't heard it myself personally. Everybody was calling me, I just heard that song on the radio, or they sending me videos of them listening to it on the radio. But I personally haven't heard it until one day I was driving home on 94, on the way back home, and it came on. I just so happened to listen to the radio to try to hear it.
What was your reaction as you're listening to the radio and your
It was
song
cool.
comes
I was, you know how you driving, you look over and that person in the car doing all the shaking and jumping up and down. That was me to my own song, because I know it. You know what I'm saying? But it was a great feeling. But I couldn't let that feeling. For a while, I let that feeling kind of like overtake me, like kind of satisfy me. But nah, I couldn't let it. After a while, like, you know, I had to get out of that. Because you start to feel like you make it, but you ain't made it yet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it's like I had to remember why I'm still hungry and what I'm still striving for. So it was cool. I think the overall experience was good, but I think the con is if you don't have the determination and the will and the discipline to get back to work after you reach a small goal, you'll never get to the big picture. So I feel like the con was it's kind of try to distract me in the early stages, but I had to control myself, snap back out of it. So if I'd have let it control me, I'd still be here talking about that, but still letting everything ride on that. That ain't what I want to do.
So, cause I know as an artist myself, you feel me? I know it's sometimes where you feel like you're just so overwhelmed and you lose a little bit of confidence. What makes you like get back on?
What makes me get back on point, honestly, is again remembering what I'm doing it for. I'm the type of artist who I write off my thoughts and my feelings. You know what I'm saying?
You should.
I can write. Like, I'm good enough to write about whatever, but I like my music to be authenticated. You know, real comes from me, real experiences for me, the people around me and stuff. So I ain't gonna lie. Most of my best music comes from pain. So I always find myself getting hurt somehow, some way. And it used to suck at first, but now I kind of welcome it because it's like I know I'm gonna make a fly ass track after this.
Oh, of course. That's how most hits like
come. So it's like it's like it sucks being hurt all the time sometimes, but at the same time I know it's fueling my fire. So I think what helped me snap back into that mode is being upset about something. You know what I'm saying? Something hurt me in some kind of way, crossing morals and some principles and something like that. That'll put me back in, or honestly, seeing just listening to my old self.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I make so much music now that I don't really get to listen to my old self when I'm around my friends who like really play my music as if I was some famous dude. Yeah. And I hear this and I'm like, man, I forgot I wrote this. And I start thinking to myself like, man, I used to want it like real. Well, I still want it, but back then, like, nothing standing in my way. Nothing standing in my way now, but back then, like, when I ain't have a clue about this, before my first radio interview, the first show, I think around that time, that was my first real book in the studio, glass and all that shit. Man, that fire in me was, man, you can hear it in the verses. You can hear it in my verses now. That's what I'm saying. They come back when I feel like I've been lazy too much. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to wake myself up, like get out the matrix, and get back to reality. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm shooting for. So I gotta keep shooting. That's what make me do it.
You ever listen to any of your old music and be like that's still like one of your favorite tracks?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, or do you look at some of your old music and be like, yeah, I can do better than this? Like when you pop out something new?
Both, yeah, both. Honestly, it's some of my old tracks, some of my favorite old tracks ain't even released yet. And then some of my tracks that I feel like I can do better is out. And then some tracks are both unreleased and I just feel like I can do better. So that's why they ain't coming out. I'll probably redo something to that beat or something like that. But yeah, I got both. I definitely experience both of them all the time.
That's the artist mentality.
That's why that's why like my friends who know about the music I'm talking about, why you ain't drop? And it's like you gotta take your time with it. There's no such thing as a perfect time. There's no such thing as a perfect time. I had to realize that. But yeah, just everything coming to me.
So can we get messy?
Oh, here we go.
She being a
I
tourist.
knew it.
She being a
So
tourist.
can we get messy? So you talked about you have pain music, right? So who inspired most of your pain music?
Women,
Which one?
all of them.
You being too messy.
Was it? Was there one in particular? You don't have to say her name.
Yeah, it's a
You
few
can,
in
but we
particular.
like that.
Honestly, and like going throughout my
What's their names?
going throughout my catalog, like as far as like music, like on my album, I got a song called "Love Me." It's about my baby mother or whatever. It's a positive song, cool. Favorite Nothing is about two separate women, but you know what I'm saying. At the time, shit just fell through. Like at the time, one fell through before the other one. It wasn't around the same time, but I wrote the song.
Yeah.
Just used both of those situations and put it in one song.
Love
Poison.
Me is too positive, so we wouldn't talk about your baby mama. We want to talk about all the other stuff.
Okay. Poison.
Some groupies, some hoes.
Nah, I you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking
It's
about.
the way she says it.
Hey, man code.
Groupies
Yeah.
somehow.
Man
So you
code.
said you just started about some
Wait, he said we
groupies
can
and
talk about
hoes.
everything.
No.
I mean,
Y'all getting deep in
I
the
mean, it's
detail
open,
with it
so-
though.
Nah,
I mean, it's
don't
open,
nothing,
so
but
he
I
said
did
we
a few
can-
shows and like girls come on the stage.
But no, nobody that you left with.
Or went in the bathroom or behind the stage with.
I don't do that.
In the alley, on a dumpster, in a car.
So why
I'll be
should
worth
people come?
something. I don't
On
need
a
to come
dumpster.
Why should people come to your shows then?
No.
If it's not a happy ending.
She's so
I make good music. You feel good. You could leave with somebody else and just won't be with Xavier.
Wait a minute. So now that just segue into the next question. Is Xavier 2 times accounted for?
Accounting for it?
A single.
Are you in a relationship?
entanglement.
Are you in a relationship?
I'm accounting for
Okay.
Like, you're exclusive.
it. Yeah, I'm accounting for it.
There you go.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question. See if you stirring into that. Since y'all want to go that route. They call you 2 times, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever hit it 1 time or 2 times before you was accounted for?
2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times.
Okay, we're gonna call you 12 times after this. We'll call them 12 times after this.
Yeah, word.
Hey, if they come back, that's why they call them 2 times.
So,
Twice as good.
can you be committed
Exactly.
to somebody that's not giving it to you any times?
Yeah, because it's not always about that. It's not always about that. For me, right now, the mind state I'm in right now, all you gotta do is just really support. Not even support, not support me. I ain't saying support me, like take care of me. I ain't taking care of me. But, like, when it comes to the music, I don't like to hear negative things. Like, I know you're gonna hear negative things unless I ask for it. You know what I'm saying? If I ask you, hey, babe, what you think of this song? And you tell me, nah, I don't like it, then that's cool. So I can go back in the lab and fix it.
But wouldn't it be better if she just offered that off the rip?
That's what I mean. But that's what I mean by
But you said, like, it's different
negative
if I
as far
ask.
as like, you sure you just want to keep rapping? You don't want to go do this or do that? Like something that
Like, you need a
derail
9
me
to 5.
from the dream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
Yeah.
derail
That's
me
what
from my
Charles is
dream.
saying.
Yeah. If you're gonna be for me, understand this is what I'm doing, and I'm not going outside of this. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to derail me from that. Don't take me away from music.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like,
As far as supporting.
Tasha, please.
Yeah.
I ain't lost the love of my life. No.
Oh,
If y'all want to be technical, that's the reason why Ghost left her, because she felt like he was not more than
He
a
wanted
drug
to be-
dealer.
yeah.
So I get
Wait,
what
don't-
he's saying.
Not everybody saw Power. Don't give it away. Don't give it away.
You still ain't seen Power?
No, I seen it. I'm just saying. Some
That
people
was Hot Boy.
He
He's
could be.
not here.
He
Oh,
could be
okay.
listening though.
Okay. Okay.
Man,
Yeah, but if he hasn't heard about it yet, then he ain't even on the internet.
Yeah,
I've never
facts.
seen Power.
You never seen Power?
Never, so.
You gonna have to sit out.
She doesn't watch black TV.
Okay.
Not until
Back to you.
Thursday.
We're
Not
going to
so
the interview.
first.
We're going to have a sit down later with you. Talk about you don't watch
Hey, but
black
we
TV.
can get into that after we get into this first single, which is
This your boy Xavier 2 times. Here dropping my newest single, Favorite Nothing, right here on Underground Hittas.
Favorite Nothing. Favorite Nothing.
Yeah.
Right here on Underground Hittas Radio. Here we go.
How'd y'all wait till I had to segue into this? I thought y'all were just gonna jump. I thought I was gonna come back
Well,
and y'all
because-
were gonna be.
Rec is a Christian.
When did you get saved?
He can't even
He
hear
ain't even
us.
paying attention.
What did you say?
Ugh.
Go get some water.
Did it like almost hit that little dangly thing in the back of your throat type of
That's
feeling?
been gone.
God.
So what made you write that song? I actually was feeling that, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Especially the last line. I was like,
See, pain, like I said, heartbreak. That's all. So it's like Flavor Nothing. Actually, what's crazy is one of the verses about the girl who actually gave me the title to the song. We was on FaceTime, we was having a conversation, and she said Flavor Nothing. We wasn't even talking about music. She just said it, and I just like, oh, that's a good song for a good title for a song.
Oh wow.
Yeah, turn around and I write one of the verses about her, which is funny. But yeah, Flavor Nothing to me is like I said, is that person that you like, you my favorite. Like we ain't gonna never be nothing, or we not nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? As far as like relationships or situations, blocking y'all from being together, you know, just all type of things that's stopping one person to be with another person, but you know that's your favorite person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you're my favorite nothing. Like we could never be nothing, but you my favorite.
So it's like y'all just
Your favorite nothing. I'm your favorite nothing, you my favorite nothing.
I should
so
have said
y'all
that.
are just together, not
Not even
romantically.
together, but you just know y'all, that's what I'm saying. You're not even together. You're my favorite nothing. We not nothing. We friends. We cool.
So that's
we
where it
know.
ends. Y'all just friends.
Huh?
That's where it ends. Just friends.
Right.
Okay.
You never got to be something. But you my favorite nothing. If you
Yeah.
could have been something, you would have been my favorite. But you're not something.
But it's better that we at this level.
You know,
A deeper level.
you're the innovator of that term because I never heard it before.
Yeah. Well, it's not even me. Shout out to Hittas.
Oh, that's a term I'm stealing too. That's like
I'm about to say,
perfect
you need to
describing
trademark that.
people.
You better trademark that, man.
I got a lot of stuff in publicity, man. I got a lot of stuff in publicity. That's another thing, referring back to your question about how I get back in the mold.
Yeah.
I'm recently the Kanye doc has really been like a big influence for me.
Man, look.
Literally, I do everything myself. Like,
And then it also showed like that's what I like about like personal artists like you, Kendrick, J. Cole. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's like okay, y'all write personal things, but it's like over 100 billion people in the world. 1 million people is gonna relate to that.
Yeah.
At least. And that's why I had to tell my homies a lot. Like you feel me? So it's like I know like actually maybe 10 million people gonna relate to that.
Right.
Most of them gonna be women though.
That's cool.
So it's like
Women is
you
the
feel me?
biggest
People don't
concern.
understand that, man.
Yeah.
That personal stuff hit way different than just talking about nonsense.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
So it'll take you further than anything. Trust me.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. But yeah, so yeah, I wrote Favorite Nothing actually after I was done with the album. It was probably was gonna be on the album. Actually, yeah, I was done with the album as far as all the tracks that's on the first album, XAVIER, which is streaming everywhere. But
Yeah.
I didn't want to oversaturate. So
The
it's only
market,
10 songs
right.
on it. I ain't want to do the 20 song thing, the 30 song thing. I ain't got the big enough name to draw that many people to stay locked in for 30 songs on one album. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Chris Brown. You know what I mean? So,
Brown can't even do that.
I mean,
That's just too
you know, a lot of people are going
Yeah.
the EP route too.
yeah, but some people
Yeah.
are super fans of him that they'll listen to that thing top to bottom.
I know I did. That's why I had to. I can't do that again.
Yeah.
I did it like 5 times.
Chris Brown
Yeah, I'm a big Chris Brown
When
fan.
Chris
Him and
Brown
Kanye
dropped,
West.
He dropped 30 albums. I mean, he dropped 30 songs.
on an album.
Yeah, and
No, 100.
at least
100. Even on his mixtape,
Double
100
digits for sure.
songs.
See, a mixtape I can understand, but like an album.
album.
Although Outkast did it when they did Idlewild, they did 25 songs.
Oh, that's different because it was like for a movie.
That's
So
the
it's like,
soundtrack.
Yeah, that was a movie.
yeah,
soundtrack.
we talking about like
We talking
just
about
flat
an
out
album.
yo
No,
album.
it was still an album, but
Chris Brown did that like 4 times already. Even the deluxe had an extra 100. I'm like, come on, dude.
Well, when Kanye came out with College Dropout and Late Registration, both of those albums were 21
Late
songs.
Registration was the first. That's another reason why I like Kanye album so much, because he's one of the people who actually started me. Well, he didn't start me rapping, but he was one of my influences in rapping growing up. Because when I had my own first little money, the first album that I bought with my own money was Late Registration.
Yeah.
Sophomore album.
We had me and my brother had all the albums. You know what I'm saying?
Even the ones now? Cause I still got all his albums.
Because I have the ones now because I'm a part of Def Jam's record group. So when Jeezy, 2 Chainz, Kanye, whenever they drop music, we're like the first to get it before the radio stations. So you know they give us like the clean as well as the dirty version of the albums.
Right.
And so
Shit. So hopefully you get Richard and Pain and Ego. My next two
of
albums.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, what album do you think you're gonna put? No, our new favorite song or favorite nothing.
I don't know. Honestly, I'll probably put it on Pain and Ego, but then I'll probably just leave it as a single. Not gonna lie, like that's the thing about me. Like this stuff out, and everybody like this, like Poison and Favorite Nothing and stuff. That stuff out. That's a song everybody talks. They don't even know what I just recorded yesterday.
You just
That's
recorded
what
something yesterday?
I'm thinking about stuff I'm recording yesterday, the day before that, and tomorrow, and the stuff I just wrote down before getting over here. I'm thinking about that stuff. Everybody think about everything I drop, which is cool because that's what happens. Y'all don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I go to these shows, like I said, when I go to shows, I try to skip Poison because I ain't gonna lie, I like performing one of these songs just to see how the crowd reaction. Yeah. So if I should keep it, I scrap it. I'm not gonna lie, that's a method that I use.
But but when you're doing these shows out here, people aren't supportive. They're not totally supportive, so it may be a dope song, and then you're gonna scrap it because these people didn't give you the response, and some people would just show hate.
That's true.
Hate towards you.
That's true. That's very true. But I don't want to sound big-headed, but that never happened to me. But that is true.
Yeah, but like, let's say you thought like, oh, the crowd should have been here, even though it was here. It may not be down here at the bottom. But even that mediocre level where it's like, they liked it, but they didn't seem like it was real cool. A lot of that is just hate. I mean, we've seen it out here, you know? I mean, I always say just drop your music. Because whoever supports you is going to fuck with it.
Relate to it. And whoever not, they just don't.
With the marketing.
And that's what I'm saying.
But you could be missing out on a whole new fan base when you're not dropping something because you temperatured it somewhere else.
Yeah, that's
You temperatured it in Chicago. And it may be hot in LA.
Yeah, you didn't go to, exactly. Yeah, you ain't go to Milwaukee, or you didn't go to, Houston.
Let's go to Houston. I want to go home so bad.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you absolutely right, but that didn't happen to me yet. I'm not saying that it won't happen, but it hasn't happened to me so far.
Because you keep performing, please, people know you. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
it was No, but I just, just drop your music because you never know what's going to hit.
Yeah, and then that's another thing, too. You got to be honest with yourself. As an artist, like me myself, I'm honest with my music. So like, if I don't like it, I know y'all not gonna like it.
You don't know that
necessarily true.
Because most artists, the songs that hit the most are the ones that they don't really like.
So
that's always.
Because I don't really like Poison no more.
I was just gonna say, did you know Poison was gonna?
Like you heard it so much, you're like, man, I want to.
The minute I recorded Poison, I called my homegirl on FaceTime. I ain't even bounced the track out or nothing. I recorded it at my grandmother's house. I called her, she ain't pick up. Called my other homegirl and played it for her. She's like, hey, this the one. She's like, you gotta drop that. She came over, we smoked it, and I played it again live.
What did you smell?
We smoked some weed.
Oh, I thought you meant cigarettes.
No, I don't do cigarettes.
Nah, you was gonna say Reggie.
I was, but you want to be predictive.
I just knew what you was gonna say
so,
Reggie.
and then we listened to it again, and like when I made it, when I finished recording it, because I wrote the song at work on the forklift.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wrote the song at work on the forklift. Went home, recorded it. Boom. When I finished recording it, played it back, let it play. I had this feeling in my chest, like my heart just dropped. You know that feeling, like I don't even know how to describe it. Or when you're in the club and the sub is just real loud, so when the bass hit, you just feel the waves all through your body.
Sounds like sex. So where was the girl at as you were thinking of all this?
Somewhere.
But here's the thing, though. It's almost like you broke up with Poison because now you're like, I don't really like it anymore. And now you forgot about that initial feeling. You just broke up.
No, that's the thing. I didn't because.
But you said you don't like performing.
I got that same feeling about it.
But you said you don't like performing it, so.
Only reason I don't like performing is because when I made it, when I made the song and when I wrote the song, I was in real pain. So I don't like being reminded about the pain sometimes. Yeah, that's all. But then too, I feel. Yeah. So it's like, alright, it's
basically a man
but
thing.
if you still feel it as pain, then you haven't moved on past it.
No, I have. That's what I'm saying. When I performed it, I used to perform it all the time sitting down because the pain or whatever. It's the pain for one, and two is a little bit nerve factor. And when I stand up, my leg will shake like it tap or something. So I sit down on the stool or something like that. And I just incorporated it into the performance of Poison. Made it look real intimate, R&B-ish, whatever the case may be, however you want to describe it. But after a while, now I can perform it standing up, walking around, calm my anxiety down and perform. But now I'm over the pain, which makes me over the song. So now when I hear it,
You broke up with the song.
yeah,
That's
you're
what I
right.
just
No,
said. You broke up with the
absolutely
song.
right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're right, but I still, it's like I don't feel the pain, bro. Like you said, I still feel the pain. I don't feel
Well,
the pain.
because the way you was explaining it, like it brings me back to that. When you say it brings me back to pain.
Oh
or
no,
what
that's
what
why
I
I'm
was,
tired of it. That's why I'm
Yeah.
tired of it because it could if I had the right amount.
You know,
of
so
drinks.
when you said that, it was like, well, then you still feel it because
Oh,
if
no.
it brings you back every time
Yeah,
you
no,
perform it.
I understand now.
What are
but
you
nah,
talking about? Why are you looking at me like this? I'm having a conversation. We're like,
a good one too. I like it.
Yeah.
Nobody really asked me about the song.
Go ahead, 'cause I got a question.
go ahead.
Artist. Who would you say your I want to say, you feel me, top 3 favorite artists, but I'd rather say like, what's your top 3 influences?
Influence wise,
Artist wise, not like I understand you said you feel me, your peoples and everything, but I mean like they got you started, but like what artists like, man, G, this man made me wanna like.
J. Cole. I ain't gonna lie. The first time I heard J. Cole, I ain't think nobody was better than him. Second time,
Don't blame me.
the other artist I heard, Kendrick Lamar. I heard Kendrick Lamar, and he actually made me start rapping. I was like, ain't nobody gonna be able to top this. I was like, no, he went crazy on that overly dedicated tape. I was like, can't nobody top this. Yeah, so
That's the sleeper a lot of people don't really know about, man.
yeah, exactly.
Like,
so it's
for
like
real.
that he went super crazy on this. I don't think there's no point in anybody else ever picking up a pen. I still feel like that to this day, but you know that's the old me being insecure. I had to take pride in myself and show the world what I can do.
Okay.
Drake, because how long he run the game, as far as 10 years #1, like 10 years #1. I don't think nobody ever did that. As the #1 artist for 10 years straight in a row. It's never been done. But Drake did, which means it's possible.
Drake is
Kanye,
smart
the
man.
way he changed the game, and that's why I like the documentary too. It showed when it showed him doing his little things. I remember where I was at that time. You know, I was alive during that time. I was a kid though. I was listening to College Dropout, Late Registration as a fan. But as an artist, it shows me where I'm at in my path and stuff like that. So it'd be cool the first little episode was like, okay, this is where I'm at. But the way that he believed in himself and put everything in real life, like if you look at that documentary and then look what Kanye at now. He been saying, I'm gonna be the best dressed rapper in the game. Boom, boom.
Yeah, he
now
manifested.
people kill for Yeezys. People, you know what I'm saying? Like Yeezys, they pay $1,000 for a
And
shirt with a hole in
shirts.
it.
He got Gap, and he used to work there.
Yeah, but hey,
Yeah.
he's fashion. He's the definition of fashion now. He
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
spoke all that stuff in existence. So that
Fashion,
Kanye is
he
another
finna
one.
be
It's
sports
really
now.
Kanye music too, but it's really his mindset that's also like an influence. Jay-Z, how he can go from dealer to supplier, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And in the lamest terms. And then it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. Really, a lot of the new artists too, because they own they masters and stuff. They independent and they can do this all independently. At the time, I wanted to be signed to a label. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? Everything was label revolved around.
Yeah,
And
that's the thing.
Now everything is,
everything is it's on you. You can put your own music. I first, when in 2010, I thought you had to be signed to a label to be put on Apple Music and Spotify. You know what I'm saying? Now, 10 years later, 2020, I realized you ain't have to be signed to nobody to drop your music on Apple and Spotify. You just gotta go through this way. And doing that way ever since.
Yeah.
That's why you need to get. That's why everybody need to get Soulja Boy
Master
flowers.
Master P, another one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, my homie Pharaoh, he produces, engineer, and he a dope artist too. Out there on Lake Street is where the studio is, Night Room Productions. But when I met him, he was in a small room like this. Now he got a big building and everything like that. Yeah, it's like,
That's what's up. That's
yeah.
what's up.
The grind, man.
Yeah, so it's
I
like,
didn't even
it's
realize
it's
I
all
was in a
possible.
small room.
It's all on me. It's all about you.
Oh, one documentary I do recommend to you. I don't know if you watched it yet. It's on Netflix too. The Quincy Jones one.
Oh, no, I know Quincy Jones, but I didn't watch the
You
documentary.
need to watch that. You think Kanye West documentary is inspiring? That man Quincy been. I did not know that man went. I think what 70 years running the game,
Yeah.
from music, movies, shows, that
Everything
made
went
me.
through Quincy.
You know what?
Yeah, everything went through
Everything.
Quincy.
Everything.
And the thing about them documentaries that really inspired me is like, cause I be having a lot of downfalls,
Mhm.
and when you see like the internet and stuff, the internet is all highlights
Yeah.
and stuff like that. But when you see the documentary, you see how many downfalls Kanye went through just to be the giant he is today, the icon he is today. You see all the downfalls. You see the A&Rs playing him like, you know what I'm saying?
Even Rockefeller didn't believe in him.
Yeah, Rockefeller ain't believing him. He playing them Jesus Walks, and they like, nah, bro. Jesus Walks is one of his best songs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a hit.
So,
Yeah,
yeah,
it was.
exactly. But
Yeah.
other people wasn't seeing it as a hit. He had to force them to see it, and that's what I'm saying. It was all the downfalls. And chasing, like being an artist is super hard, and you go through a lot of downfalls. That's why people give up. That's why people stop dropping. There's so many downfalls in between the wins. So I'm thankful for the documentaries of artists like Kanye and Quincy and everything like that. That shows the in-between work. So it gave artists like me, artists like you feel me, and all the other artists I know, that it's possible just don't give up. We gonna go through this stuff.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people think you don't go through this stuff. The way the internet and stuff is now, they think you drop a song and
it's
you
gonna
get
hit,
however
you
many
gonna blow
people
up.
share it, and then you blew up. Now you on now your song a TikTok dance. Now your song on you know what I'm saying? Your
And
song-
everywhere.
Only for a chosen few, that's the case.
Right.
You know,
Only
but
for a chosen few.
Right,
But right.
But you do have to work hard.
You gotta work hard.
I think
You gotta
people forgot
be
Michael
able to
Jordan
take
didn't make it the
L's.
first year.
You're gonna take a lot of L's before your W's start coming.
But even
Yeah.
millionaires will tell you that. People who
Yeah,
are successful,
but-
entrepreneurs, they tell you, you're going to fall more than you succeed. You're going to hear more no's than you will yeses. You know, and if you see yourself as a business, then you know that. You're going to have no's. And that's
But you
what
gotta-
marketing is.
but
That's
the
what
thing
knocking
is-
on doors. I
Yeah,
mean, that's
and
what
the
it
thing
is.
is, and as an artist, yeah, you hear that stuff, you know, you hear that stuff and you see that stuff, but you gotta believe that you gotta make it through that stuff. Because the downfalls will happen, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta believe in yourself and really have people around you who believe in you to give you the spirit and the love and everything like that to push through that stuff. Because, yeah, millionaires will say that stuff, and that's cool. You feel me? And you be like, yeah, you're right. But some people get stuck in the L. You know what I'm saying? They get stuck in the downfall because they don't have nobody pushing them through it. When they don't believe in themselves, they don't have nobody to be like, no, you got this, Xavier. You Xavier, do this. I know I'm two times. I know I'm two times as great. But it's only so much. It's only so much fuel your ego can burn up until even your ego start to doubt yourself. You know what I'm saying?
What are some of the downfalls you're currently experiencing?
Really like, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like if I had a bigger backing as far as like financial and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm a regular dude outside of all this. Like when I leave here, I'm going back to make sure my kids straight. I'm not going to no club and no stuff like that. I ain't got a lot. You know what I'm saying? And music is really like my last leg. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's my only leg though. I always felt like that. Even through school and jobs and stuff like that. It's like I've been tired of working for people since I had my first job. Because I knew how talented I was deep down inside.
Yeah.
I was just nervous and scared. And I'll talk about that in my new album, Pain and Ego. That's the new rap album that's coming out later this year. But I'll talk about that a lot. You know what I'm saying? Being scared for myself. And if I wasn't scared, and if I really pursued stuff back when MySpace and Facebook and stuff like that, when that wave was coming on for internet rappers, if I really put my music out there, I probably could have been up, way up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause this how people have reacted now. Mind you, I just dropped my first project in 2020. I could have had all this. I could have been on UndergroundHittas and Determined Radio and whatever other radio before radio was a big thing. Podcasts and things like that was a big thing. Before Instagram was a big thing. Before Facebook was a big thing.
Shout out to Determined Radio.
And I had the talent. I had the talent for that. Like when you listen to my music.
Yeah.
Boo.
So
Yeah.
But we're gonna go ahead and get into this next single, Burn.
oh, Burn. Yeah. See, what I did was I sent you my latest release or whatever. And then I'm working on this new R&B project because Poison got so much love and people wanted me to do one. So I'm working on like a little 8-track R&B project called Richard. Richard is my first name. Yeah, it's just a bunch of R&B ideas I threw together. So Burn is one of them. This is Xavier T-Times introducing to you unreleased world premiere Burn right here on Underground Center. Let's get it.
Oh yeah, you already know, man. It's Burn right here on the Basement with the Hittas. Underground Hittas. Let's get into it.
Which I also respect you for that. You feel me? So I really respect you for that. Man. I know that's why I say I know it's gonna be a long road for you.
Yeah.
It's a long road for me. It's gonna be a long road, and then when you get there, they gonna be like, man, how he got more better Billboard charts than me? Cause you yourself. You ain't copying everybody. You feel me? That's the difference between Jay-Z and Nelly in that era.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's still Jay-Z, but ain't no Nelly. No offense to Nelly.
See, I was going to almost say the same exact thing. I was going to say, I feel like that's what makes you different. That's what makes people want to actually look for you personally at events, because it's going to be different. It's not hip-hop, it's not rap, it's not Nikki's favorite drill rap.
It's not reggae.
I thought she liked the oldies.
Y'all can go fuck
really
both of y'all
I like
selves.
Whoa. So much profanity. Yeah, so it's like, I know it's gonna be a long road. Like, that's why, like, when you said the Kanye West documentary, I was like, man, it's like, yeah. Like, he inspired a lot of people that are great, but they don't get that shine yet because they ain't following to the wave. Like, one rapper, like, it's gonna take him a long time to get where you need to be. Cordae, he's a great rapper, but they're not gonna give him that credibility until another, like, what, 3 or 4, 5 years, like another album. You feel me? So I know how long it's gonna take you. It's kind of hard, but as long as you keep going,
it's cool. But come with it, bro.
Hey, exactly.
So, like, what are you doing to promote yourself to, like, other states, other cities, other
that's actually
demographics?
my goal for this year. My goal for this year is to travel and do shows out of town. So, right now, currently, I ain't doing it. I'm trying to finish the album. I'm in album mode. So, like, I'm really just doing that. Yeah. But after, when that dropped, then yeah, hitting Instagram, hitting Facebook, finding these different promoters.
Why does it have to drop in order for you to do that now?
Because if it doesn't, I ain't gonna lie. One, because I wanted to drop an album last year, but it wasn't ready to me. So I was like, nah, it wasn't ready. And then two, it's right here in the front of my mind. So it's like I gotta get that out of the way, clear that junk out, so I can move new stuff in, new weight on my shoulders in. So I can build weight off, I can add more weight. So that's just how I like operate. You know what I'm saying? I can only do something to a capacity, and then once I clear some of that room out, it's like a memory card. You know what I'm saying? Like storage or whatever.
Yeah.
Clear some storage to add new stuff on it. I gotta clear that, so I gotta put this on the hard drive. I basically gotta put the album on the hard drive so I can have room on my PC to do whatever. On my Mac to do whatever.
So who are the albums going to if you're not, like, promoting it out to other people and different people?
You said, where's it going to?
Like, who is it going to? Yeah.
Oh, it's going to everybody. I'm giving it to everybody. It's for the world. When I drop it, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to do a listening party for it. I want to do a listening party before I drop it. And then when I drop it, I'm going to do a release party. And then, like, I've been doing all these shows and stuff. I know DJs from Power 92 and A&Rs, you know what I'm saying, little record labels and stuff like that. And call all them people to get them together and listen to the music. Like, it's not just about like, even y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, the radio hosts and stuff like that. Like, for my friends too, of course, but it's bigger than me and it's bigger than us. So I'm gonna do it like that.
So when it comes to your music, I guess, how do you balance being an artist, plus being a dad, plus being a significant other, with you not having a lot of hard drive space?
Right. That's, well, with that, I always gotta make an exception for that. I gotta make room for that. That's always gonna be on the hard drive. So, like, every time I got something to do music-wise, when Xavier gotta come outside, I spend a whole however many hours with my daughter first. You feel me? Because that's just a tradition I told myself when she was born that I was gonna stick to. Music videos, studio time, whatever the case may be. That whole day, I spend it with my daughter before I do anything, before I do that. And because I just want her to know that I will always have time for her, no matter how big I get.
So what about the significant other?
That's what's up.
Her too. She around, like, you know what I'm saying. So,
and she supports it. That's all that matters.
No,
but honestly,
but everybody usually has separate time.
Yeah, I was about to say, but honestly, that's more lenient because you know she got work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if she got to work, she got to work. It is what it is. But my kid, you know what I'm saying, that's Eddie's little girl. So I gotta be there.
So, what is your dream collaboration?
Dream collaboration?
Matter of fact, let me make it a little bit more harder for you, because you're an artist, and you're real deep into it.
Yeah.
Your dream collaboration as an artist feature, producer, and engineer.
Is that one track?
It could be, it could be however you want to do it. However you want to do it.
Just said it could be.
It could be. It how you want to do it. So producer, engineer, and artist.
Producer, I probably would pick. I don't know. It's between No ID and Hit Boy.
Yeah, No
It's
ID.
between No ID, Hit Boy, and Kanye West.
Okay.
The artist between Jay-Z, J. Cole, and I feel like me and Drake will kill some.
Yeah, and you know Jay-Z hard. Cause
Yeah,
I don't know why
I
he
know.
ain't did a fit with 2 Chainz.
And then who was to say engineer?
Yeah.
Engineer wise,
Cause you know Kanye and J. Cole they engineer too. You feel me? So it like depends.
I was
on
about to say
people.
engineer wise. I engineer myself now, so
Okay.
like,
Oh,
that
man,
last
that's
one,
what's
y'all
up.
was
Oh,
right.
yeah.
I did.
Yeah. It was actually good, but
So,
you never
yeah,
know. So
yeah.
that's why I asked.
What you use? Pro Tools? Or?
Yeah, Pro
Yeah.
Tools.
Okay.
Yeah. So, engineer, either Pharaoh, Moneybags, or Eli. They all right there. West side of Chicago, Lake Street, Night Room Productions. That's the team. So,
Okay.
What on Lake Street?
right there, right across from Garfield Park.
The conservatory? Or the...
Huh?
You said
conservatory?
Garfield Park. So.
Yeah, it's right under right by the right under the light. Like you see the Golden Dome and everything from the front door. It's right 3450 West Lake Street.
Okay, so
See,
that's
what's
around.
perfect? I live
That's,
down the street. That's over there by the little plantation, right?
Right off there by Fountain Fuel.
Yep.
Yeah.
okay, so it's a little bit west of Kansas then.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, you would never would have. I never knew that. Oh.
It's that part of Lake Street where you praying you don't run into the pillars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang,
That's
Or crackhead.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
I know exactly what you're talking
I'm
about.
just
Okay.
about to
I
say,
never
but
knew
that-
that. I never knew that. I never knew that was a recording studio.
There's a full production studio. Shoot videos there. Damn it, throw a show there, it's a stage there.
Okay.
Everybody make beats, everybody engineer. It's just a whole space for creators. And so we in there cooking up, we got a master plan cooking up. So
That's what's up.
yeah, so if I could, I have one of the guys engineer that track. Oh, facts. And
Yeah.
honestly, probably produce it too. Like I'll take Kanye off the producing and put him as one of the artists I would like to feature with. For sure.
But you know Kanye, he gonna like, hold on, let me
Yeah,
touch
he
this
probably
up a
do
little
both.
bit. He gonna try to do both.
Yeah, he probably try to take all three, but that's cool. It's Kanye.
Yeah.
So you might as well just say Kanye then.
Especially if you like it.
Yeah, I can't say I'm.
So because once you say Kanye, then you know he's already gonna take it
He
all.
wanna touch everything.
So now you gotta
You
just
see, we
pick,
get the 5-year horn.
now you gotta pick 2 different people.
Well,
You know,
2 different people. If we don't, okay, if we take Kanye out, then let's take Kanye out. I still say either No ID, Hit Boy, or For Real.
Mhm.
Then artist-wise, let's put Kanye in it, and let's take out. Well, I ain't taking out nobody. Let's put Kanye in it, and then still engineer one of the guys.
But still, you got Kanye. So he's like, I'm gonna engineer it. I'm gonna produce it.
Oh, well then,
I'm
alright,
gonna be the
well, if
artist.
we do that,
Because you know Kanye gonna put his Kanye
Kanye
flavor
gotta
on it.
stay
Oh,
there.
bro.
I'm gonna use him to produce it. Kanye gotta stay. His beats.
He's doing it all.
Yeah, he gonna
'Cause
sample the
that's
song.
what I'm
He
saying.
gonna sample.
It's
It's just you and Kanye.
Well, Kanye, man. Shit, Kanye.
You get out my head,
From
man.
Chicago, so shit.
You got
Wait,
the
so
same
we're
producer.
talking
He got
about
the same
Kanye-
producer I want to use.
Are we talking about Kanye West or Kanye Kardashian?
West.
He never been a Kardashian.
Oh,
With his new attitude after being
He is not going to be a Kardashian. They destroyed everybody else but him.
every black man. Yep.
But him.
That's
Yeah,
another
Kanye,
story.
Kanye for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Burn, that's coming up with, like I said, on my new R&B project, Richard. It's a little something I threw together. Just cause like I started, crazy cause Poison is not even Poison is the first release singing song, I guess you would say, quote unquote, that I released, but that's not the first song I recorded. I actually have a song called Working on Me that came first. And that was like a test run, but I liked it. So I started sending it out to people who I respect their musical opinions on, and they liked it too. So that was that. And then I just started getting in this little groove, so now I be doing a little R&B stuff. I don't know. I like it though. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun. It's a break from rap, but I love rap. I always love rap.
So ever try going pop? Just to test it out.
Yeah, like I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to touch everything. I don't care from pop to country to metal. Like I'm an artist. Kelly, I'm not Jacquees, I'm not Trey Songz, I'm not none of them. You know what I'm saying? What I do,
Oh, so you don't steal people's songs.
I don't.
You definitely not Jacquees
What I do,
then.
yeah, I don't cover people's songs, but what I do, I just do me. Really, that's all I do in the studio. Whether it sound like singing, y'all, the world might classify it as singing, or whatever you want to call it. Cool. But I have to let people know. It's been when I first was performing Poison. I was telling people right in the beginning. My name is XAVIER 2 times. I'm a hip hop artist. But this is what it sounds like when I do R&B. And then the song drop and I perform it and they love it. So,
I don't even think you have to explain it because you should just be like,
yeah, I stopped explaining.
This is what I do.
I stopped
and
explaining.
If you don't like
but
it,
I did it out, like I said, I did it out of nerves. Same reason why I pulled the stool up every time I perform. I did it out of nervousness. Now I'm not nervous about nothing no more. So
because
yeah,
there's a lot of rappers. There's a lot of rappers that are singing now.
Yeah.
And are they great? No. But it works for what they're doing.
I wouldn't even say singing. I'd say like a good melody for them.
Yeah, I guess that's what.
No, I've heard some people try to hit high notes and everything.
I mean, Ja Rule did, and I still don't know why. Baby, like I'm like,
what
your
the
voice?
hell?
Yeah, like that's how you like. I want to get in my baby. And I'm like, so your voice actually sounds better than half of them people.
Thank you. And you know what's crazy? I like when the feedback I get from doing the R&B stuff. Cause when I do it just like I said for fun. So I was gonna send y'all this one song that I did at like 4 in the morning at the studio, but I'd rather send y'all the one that I got. I did send to y'all, but when I do that stuff and I hear the feedback that I get from it, and it's actually the opposite of what I kind of doubt myself with. Like people like, oh, this is great. Like it's a lot of people that tell me that they like the singing me more than the rapping.
So how do you know if people are telling the truth?
Because these like the crazy thing, how I know my people's is telling the truth, because I don't lie to them about nothing like they do. You feel me? Like if they do something that's whack, I tell you, nah, this ain't it, bro. And as friends, you should be able to take that from me. And if you can't take that from me, then don't ask me about nothing that you're doing no more.
Right, don't ask me your honest opinion.
Don't ask me, don't ask me if you can draw and you draw a picture and it's whack and I tell you no.
And you
don't
feel
ask
some
me
type
if
of way after that.
if you feel some type of way after I gave you my honest critique, then we don't ask me.
I am that type of friend. You want some honesty? Bring it all to me.
And that's what I'm saying. And I'm that type of person because I'm honest with myself.
You must not have been in these conversations.
It's been times where I recorded some songs. It's been times where I recorded some songs and I knew that they wouldn't hold weight, but I sent them out anyway, just to see who would lie to me.
No,
I know
but that's where that's where that funny thing is. Mm-hmm. Like you may not think it's great.
No, but it's been not those songs. I know what you're talking about. It's been songs that I purposely like, man, I know I can do better than this.
But
people I send it to,
somebody might have a deaf ear. Like I hear people's mute. I can play somebody right now for you, and you'd be like, why are they making music?
Right.
But somebody is telling them. It sounds good.
Yeah.
And they like fan base.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like it's kind of crazy because a lot of people be off pills nowadays.
Well, what is that guy's name? Remember that little Asian guy that did that weird song where he couldn't sing, but it became a dance? Yeah, him.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah, him.
Yes.
He couldn't sing, but people loved his stuff.
Yeah.
That song for
And he
10
sound
years.
like-
I mean, if you look at music nowadays, that's why I say I honor you. You feel me? Cause like you, my homie Corte, we in the same circle.
Right.
You feel me? We make real music, so like that's why I honor you because like nowadays, like how the world is moving, it's like man, they make it like nothing.
I feel like that music. I feel like real music is coming back.
Yeah.
Like everybody like the stuff that's out now because it's catchy. It's in the club, like I said, people be off pills.
Yeah, they be off that. They be off the drugs.
Yeah, boom, boom, boom. It definitely intense whatever ride you on, but. When you get in these private rooms when the mics cut off and the lights go off and everything like that, and they hear that the real music, they be like, man, this is what we need. This one. You don't know how many times I got that. You don't know how many times after these interviews, everything cut off. Man, we need this on the streets right today. Like,
yeah, you ever
like,
look at somebody like
so
man,
all that,
they
all
just
that
like catching on to your old
all
stuff.
that shoot 'em up stuff, it'd be cool. Like I said, it's what's selling right now. That's what's bringing in the dollars.
Yeah.
But people ain't like the dollars, of course, is going. It's the business, it's music business. But like I said, turn the business off. People don't really want to hear that no more.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important that all these radio stations out here, all the podcasts that are trying to highlight independent artists, that we stay diligent and we don't give up because
Right.
there's so much music out there. Like Rick, you have great music.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Yeah.
and
I'm
you
decent.
have
I
great
agree
music,
with you, right?
but
I'm okay.
but people can't hear it if we're not pushing it,
Right.
and that's why we refuse to play mainstream music.
Exactly. And that's
Because y'all
that's
need
why
a
I
lane.
like, that's why
Except on
I
Saturday
respect
nights.
y'all. That's why I always come back because y'all do mess with the underground artists because people are already up. They got all the love. They got everybody behind them.
Yeah.
But then they go, oh, you know what I'm saying, new talent, but y'all not pushing the new talent. Y'all not hearing y'all not trying to hear the new talent.
And
Y'all trying to hear the copycats of the
what's out now.
Yeah.
Like, it's the
like-
wave. Let me
Yeah,
get it.
like,
yeah.
yeah.
Like, y'all trying to catch the wave.
Everybody
And-
want to be cheap, keeping Wayne.
and they want to rob you guys if y'all want to get on FM. They're going to charge y'all so much. Or if you get on certain people shows on FM, they only play it on that
30
show.
seconds.
But it's only on that show. It's not a full radio rotation.
Radio rotation, yo.
It's
That's
just
true,
that
too.
show, and it's
That's
not
true, too.
fair. So y'all think like, man, I got on the radio, but what y'all didn't know is you just got on that person's show.
You got on from
Yeah.
5 to 9. You get on from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. You got on from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m.
One time,
One time.
'Cause they're not
maybe
gonna play it
twice.
again.
Yeah, maybe twice. 'Cause the
right? They're
radio's
not, but
spinning
they're not
to the
playing it
song.
after that day.
Exactly.
So
Yeah, facts.
that's the sad part about it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm proud of Poison too, though, because it comes. It's been multiple days. Like, you know what I'm saying? I still hear it on the radio to this day. You know what I'm saying? It probably don't get spent a lot like a Lil Baby record would, or like a Drake record would, but it do come on at certain times of the day.
And it's going to get heard
Yeah,
by
and
the right
yeah,
person.
keep getting
Yeah,
heard.
That's all that
Yeah,
matters.
Yeah.
I
Exactly.
gotta learn how to turn my radio on in the car.
Do you,
Turn Netflix off.
because I know I do this a lot. Do you ever, like, put your phone down, like, not go to your, like, Apple Music or Spotify, whatever you got,
Yeah.
and
Sometimes,
you just listen to the radio, just see what's there?
No. I listen to podcasts now. I don't
Okay,
even listen to
okay.
music. I listen to podcasts because I listen to podcasts for one, because all the music sounds the same nowadays. Two, all my favorite artists ain't dropping. And three, if I ain't listening to none of them, I'm listening to me, and then I get tired of listening to me because I already ran through the song 500 times.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah, so
I
I
felt
listen
that.
to podcasts really. I listen to podcasts really for like information on the music business and stuff like that. Like I listen to like Joe Budden podcast. That's a real.
He crazy.
He crazy, but a lot of people like not understanding. He actually one of the coldest lyricists.
Artists. Yeah.
No, but I like him, but he's so crazy.
Like the whole slaughterhouse.
That he not crazy to me. Same way people look at Kanye. And think
I'm
he
talking
crazy.
about like he. I'm not
Like
saying
his
like
antics
really
and stuff?
crazy. I'm just saying he's crazy to listen to. Like
Oh, but that's
Oh,
what I'm saying.
I find
out
entertaining-
It's
I-
funny. It makes sense. I agree with half the stuff you be saying sometimes. But it's like, yeah, I just listen to podcasts now. Honestly, I don't listen to music for real.
I need to start that.
So like, starting as an underground artist, once you do hit mainstream, what are you gonna offer to other underground artists who are just like starting or they're just stuck in that underground part?
I'm gonna have you hold that for 1 second. So we're gonna get to your last song. I'm gonna have you answer that when we come back.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
we got
remember the question.
Speed Racer. up
Yeah,
next.
this also me. This also produced by Pharaoh. Also one of the guys I told y'all about over there at Night Room out west. You know what I'm saying? He produced this song for me. I wrote and mixed it myself. Sung it myself. This is Speed Racer right here on Underground Hittas. Coming
Let's
on
go.
with you. It's different, so brace yourself.
All right, Speed Racer, right here on the Basement with the Hittas. Let's go.
Please turn that up. This is my favorite song.
Definitely go watch that Quincy Jones.
XAVIER Radio.
I always had dreams and aspirations to like basically lead them the right way. You know what I'm saying? Not get ripped off by different promoters and different, just everything. Because a lot of stuff, artists, I feel like shouldn't even really have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like some money hungry thing. So definitely watch like managing your money as far as like for marketing and stuff like that instead of paying to do shows and stuff. Especially if somebody come to you. You know what I'm saying? I never understood like some promoters will jump in your inbox and ask you to come perform at their show, but then want you to pay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't see drug dealers be like, yo, I got weed. You feel me? I got the weed, but as a consumer, me, you gotta pay me to smoke your weed. Like, you know how dumb
We
that
been out
sounds?
west.
You know how dumb that sounds though? That sounds dumb to me. So like, I got the dope. I got the drugs. Why would I pay my customers to smoke my weed? You coming to me asking me, yo, you got Tray 5? Yeah, I got it. But you gotta pay it. You gotta pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Like especially artists, like, cause a lot of stuff. Man, you gotta invest in yourself. That's what a lot of people like to say. They like to throw that investing in yourself line around. It's like, okay, I'm investing in myself by paying for these things, paying for these shows, but the promoters don't promote. Like, okay, I'm gonna pay for your show and bring my 5 people. Cool. But as an artist, as an entrepreneur, I ain't even gonna say as an artist, but as an entrepreneur, if you got a business right now, you know the people you casually talk to on a day-to-day basis, it's not really gonna support you 100%. Like, that's just how it is. All your support really comes from strangers or people you meet through the business. You know what I'm saying? Your friends that you grew up with since the 4th grade. You know what I'm saying? I got people that knew me for 10 years and still ain't been to a show.
Man.
My shows be close. My shows be close as hell, 30 minutes away.
From Chicago or Joliet?
From both. It don't matter. I had shows in Joliet.
Well, I would come support, but I live by Indianapolis, so.
Yeah, that's far.
That's
Cool. You feel me? But it's situations like that. You gotta know your peoples too around. Like, I know all my people's situations, so I can't be mad at my main core friends. You know what I'm saying? I know their situation. I know somebody can't get around like how I would, how they would like to get around. I know somebody got other bills to pay, or they going through a case, or they doing this or doing that. I know it, just like they know my situations. But I'm talking about everybody else who, all the people that be, man, you doing good, man. Let me know when your next show. You see when my next show is. I post the flyers all the time.
Man, this is a great conversation.
He sound like he in my head right about now.
Man.
He's living in my shoes right about now.
We gotta stop
That's
playing.
true.
We gotta stop playing with the promoters, because like I said, the promoters will tell you it's a $50. You want a slot? It's $50. Bring 5 people. Whoa, whoa. When you get to the spot, and ain't nobody in the spot but you and your 5 people.
And they have to pay to get in.
And they had to pay.
Man, that's the crazy thing. But we gotta wrap this up, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and plug the people with your social media.
Yeah, man. Y'all can follow me, XAVIER, the number 2, the word times on Instagram, Facebook, XAVIER 2X, all one word, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, anywhere you streaming music, XAVIER 2X. And that's just what it is right now, UndergroundHittas.
Go support.
Yeah, go support.
Yeah, just support.
Run up his numbers too.
Yeah, for real, man. It's a great artist, man.
Yeah,
Any OnlyFans or anything you want to shout out to?
I don't have
Only fans. You got something you want to tell us?
But y'all can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DJ Key Product, and go like me on Facebook, DJ Key Product.
And you can follow me on Instagram at I am Nikki Lynn, but make sure you also follow that Underground Hitters Instagram page as well.